Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of Tekkit. I've done a few things off camera in between this episode and last. I've connected this building up with the cobblestone path. I've also connected the area that the quarry's in with the cobblestone path. Built a small entranceway to it, and I've added a roof to the power shack with a little hole in it so that the sunlight can still filter through into the solar panels. I've replaced all of I've put a ladder down so we can get down into this area a little bit easier, and I've replaced all of the copper cables with glass fiber cables. Now, I've just got enough glass fiber cables to connect up the quarry to the bat box, but I'm not going to do that just yet, because before we do that we are going to need some kind of transport system to pipe everything that we mine up to our sorting facility, which will be on the upper level of this building, and then from there to the storage building. And also we need to filter out the useless blocks that the quarry is going to pick up. So for example, the cobblestone and dirt, we'll pick those up and we'll filter those off from the rest of the items, and we'll send that directly to the energy condenser. So that's the plan for this episode. It's going to be quite a complicated system, but if I take my time, I'm sure I'll be able to figure it out. So the first job is to build some pipes. Now we need transport pipes, and the way that we're going to sort all the items out is with diamond transport pipes. Oops, can't spell. Still can't spell. Diamond transport pipes. There. And that requires 2 diamonds and a glass. Now, we've got a few diamonds left over. I've exchanged a few items, for example the diamond pick, a few other bits and pieces, into some more diamonds. And yeah, so we're going to need these diamond transport pipes to separate things that we need from things that we don't. So I'll place one down and I'll show you how they work if you don't already know. So when I right click on the pipe, there's a whole different bunch of filters. Now if we want to extract, for example, cobblestone from the system, we'll place it into one of these coloured lines, and then when we place a pipe adjacent to it, not letting me place one there. Anyway, yeah, if you just imagine that these aren't diamond pipes. This pipe here would be the yellow output of here. So if we move that into the yellow line, as the items were being piped along and we came to this pipe, all of the cobblestone would be piped this way, and all of the remaining items will be piped down another output. So for example, we had just a regular transport pipe there where the sand block is. All of the remaining items would be piped that way. So that's how they work, and that's how we're going to use them. So the first filter that we'll need will be cobblestone and dirt, because they are not going to the sorting facility. They are going directly to the energy condenser. Another thing that we're going to need is cobblestone transport pipes. Now we're going to need quite a few of those. So if we've got a stack of cobblestone somewhere, nope. Possibly have some more in this building. I don't think I did a very good job of explaining the diamond pipes there, but I think it's easier just to build it and then show you how it works. It's quite a difficult thing to explain. So we're going to build some cobblestone transport pipes, and these are built exactly the same way as the diamond ones, except we are going to use cobblestone. And we're just going to build as many of those as we can. 4 stacks. Now that's probably too many, but at some point I'm sure we're going to use them. So this is probably going to take a good long time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this up off camera, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you guys how it actually works. Hopefully when it's all working correctly, and then after that we can probably just switch on the quarry. Yeah, so I'll see you guys in a minute, and hopefully the system will be ready then. Okay, so I'll give you a little update of how the system's going to work. It's not finished yet, but I've definitely got the start of it down. So as you know, this is going to be the power supply to the energy link, which is going to power the quarry, which is going to mine this whole area up, and the blocks that the quarry mines are pumped up through this pipe here. Now if we follow this pipe along, we find that we come to this diamond pipe. Now I've placed the cobblestone and the dirt into the white filter. As you can see, the white filter leads up this pipe here. If I can, nope, I can't jump and click, but that there is the energy condenser. So all of the cobblestone and dirt will be piped up here and directly into the energy condenser, where it's going to be turned into diamonds. And all of the other items will pass through the red filter, which leads up this pipe. Now I'll show you where this comes out, and this is where the system gets a little bit complicated, but I've simplified it as much as I can. You know, this system won't sort out all the different gemstones from one another. I'll explain what I mean in a moment. There I've had to add some wooden planks because you could see the pipe work through the fence grates, which I wasn't quite happy with. So I placed down some wooden planks there. And this is where the items come up from. And I know this looks hideous, it looks horrible, but eventually we're going to cover this with panels, which are part of red power. And basically they're fractions of blocks that we can use to hide pipes and cables and things. But for now it's fine. It's going to be functional rather than aesthetic. And we'll head upstairs and I'll show you how I've set the system up. Now ignore this for now, I'll explain that in a moment. But up here it looks hideous. It looks overly complicated, and it probably is. But this is where the items from the quarry come up. They come in to this pipe here, and they come into the diamond pipe that I placed here. And then, as you can see, we've got 3 outputs from this pipe. And the idea was going to be that out of this blue go all the gemstones. So diamonds, rubies, sapphires, anything like that, tungsten ore, stuff that is valuable will go out through the blue filter here. I haven't added anything in yet, but I will do before we start the quarry. To the right and out of the red filter here, all of the ores will be pumped. So iron, copper, tin, everything like that will be pumped along here, and I'll explain that part in a moment. And out of the green, everything else. So basically stuff that is unsorted, and this will probably go to 3 or 4 chests, whereas the gems will probably go to a double chest, and the ore will probably go to 2 double chests. We're going to have a few different chests for the unsorted, and that will fill the floor space in the storage building. Now I'll explain how the ore filter is going to work. So the ore is going to be pumped up the pipe and then pumped down this part of the pipe. As you can see, it snakes off to the far corner, down there. I'll go and show you that now. And I'm really terrible with pipes and things, so it's probably hideously overcomplicated and not very functional, but it's my first attempt at it, so hopefully it's not too bad. So the ore is going to come down here and it's going to be pumped into the macerator. Now the macerator is going to grind it up into dust, and obviously I've moved the macerator and the extractor and the furnace from the back wall using the wrench. So these aren't connected to the power system at the moment. So we'll have to run some cables along the ground a little bit further than they were to power these, but that's not a problem. After they've been ground in the macerator, we use a wooden transport pipe, which is this one here, and that needs powered by a redstone engine, which we'll place underneath it, and that's going to pump items out of the right hand side here and along into the electric furnace. Now in the electric furnace all of the dust will be smelted into their ingots, and again we'll pump them out of the electric furnace with a wooden transport pipe, and that again needs to be powered by a redstone engine, and this pipe goes out and up and back up into the upper level. It comes out here, so this is where the ingots are going to come out, and then they are piped down here and they will go into a separate chest. So we've got gems, unsorted and ingots. So that's how it's going to work. However, there's one slight problem with this system. If the macerator becomes clogged up, for example we mine 12 iron ores and then we also mine 8 copper ores, the macerator won't be able to fill itself with the second ore. So in this top left square the iron ore will be taking up the room here, and when a copper tries to enter the system there's not going to be space for it, so the pipe will just dump it, and I think, as far as I know, it will land on top of the macerator. And if we don't come back every 5 minutes, the items are going to despawn and we're going to lose a lot of items. So the way to overcome this problem is to put down obsidian transport pipes, which are again made using 2 obsidian and a glass block. Now what an obsidian pipe does is it acts like a vacuum cleaner, and it sucks up any loose items that happen to be in the surrounding area. So if we place an obsidian pipe here on this block and power it with a redstone engine, it's going to suck up items that are left on top of the macerator, and then we can pump those back into this pipe here and the loop is completed. So anything that doesn't make it to the macerator the first time will be sucked up, sent back into the system, and hopefully will be macerated on the second time. If not, then on the third, fourth, fifth, or however many times it takes for the macerator to become unoccupied in the top left corner. So that's how that's going to work. And again, exactly the same with the electric furnace. If there are any, if the electric furnace is full of dust and another type of dust comes along, it's going to get dumped on top of the furnace. If we put an obsidian pipe here, it's going to get sucked back up into the system, and we can loop it back into this pipe here. And again, on the second, third or fourth attempt, hopefully it should be back into the electric furnace. Now for these pipes here, these are the outputs. So again, gems, unsorted and ingots, yeah, sorry. They will go underground. So, hold on. Yeah, that's right. I didn't finish the ingots. Pipe, yes. There, yeah. So they're going to go underground here, here and here, and they're going to be piped along in straight lines, and we're going to hollow out an area underneath this building, and we'll just direct the pipes into chests that we place around this room. So we could do maybe a line here of gemstones, so we could have double chest, double chest, double chest, and then for unsorted we could maybe have 2 lines of unsorted double chests, and then again here ingots, 3 double chests along. So that was my sort of initial idea. I'm not sure how efficient it'll be, or if it'll indeed work. Hopefully it does. And yeah, so we're just about ready to actually turn the system on. The last few things that I need to do off camera are set up the obsidian pipes, which we're going to loop loose items back into the system so we don't lose anything, and connect macerator and the electric furnace up to the power grid, as well as the compressor. And finally, before we turn it on, we need to set up some chests in here and run these pipes under the building. So I'm going to do that off camera, and I'll see you guys when that's done. Alright, so I think I've got the sorting system finished. So we're ready to turn on the quarry from that point of view, and I'll show you how I've done it. I've hollowed out this area down here, and I've run the pipes down from just next to the pathway above us, and each of those leads up into a chest there. So that will be the ingots chest. That will be unsorted, and that will be gemstones. And I've run another length of pipe further down, but I haven't connected these up just yet because we've got extra chests here for when the quarry is filling up the first chest. So we'll fill up the first chest, and once they start to get full, we'll add another pipe and connect that to the next chest along, which I'll show you again up here. So this back line corresponds to gemstones. So I very much doubt that we will, but if we were to fill up this chest with gemstones, we would connect the cobblestone pipes down there and run another one up to this one and begin filling this one, and again with this one. The unsorted might be the ones that get filled, so we probably will need to connect up either 1 or 2 more chests, and then these front ones are going to be the ingots. It's not the most pretty system, but it should be quite organised. And the last thing I've got to do before we turn everything on is I need to build some redstone engines, and what else do I need to do? I need to build the obsidian pipes, figure out that system, and then we should be good to go, I think. So I'll see you when that's done. Okay, finally I think we're just about done. The last thing to do is power these redstone engines. I know there's a fault with the system actually, so before we start I'll probably need to fix that. Apart from these not being connected to any power source. But I think it'll probably be a while before we need these because ore generally doesn't spawn too close to the surface of the ground. So we can fix that. We can get the quarry started, then fix that. But here, the only problem with this system here is that these furnaces need to go to. I need to make a pickaxe for that. Right, let's go and get some rubies or something. Oops. I'll take the rubies. Let me quickly make ruby pickaxe, and we'll take away the furnaces. this one. Oh. Okay, they definitely work then. That got sucked up by the obsidian pipe. Now we need the cobblestone pipe there. Oh, maybe... Do I need a redstone engine for the obsidian pipes then? Because that seemed to work without it. We'll try it without to see if it does work. So that... Where did that go? Here. It's a pretty confusing system, I've got to say. Nope. Just lagged a little bit. Next, there was 2 pipes here. That connects that back up. Yeah, so the problem with this system is that the items are going to get sucked up here. Let's just check that they do. Oh, if we place the engine. Something doesn't seem to be working. Right, if I make a redstone torch to power the engine, and see if it works. Okay, that's it powered. So let's try throwing that down. Right, that worked. But does it work if it's on? Yeah. Okay, so if the object was to fall here, why doesn't that get sucked up? I wonder. Do I need a wrench? No. Guess the only thing I can think to do is to bring the obsidian pipe to run right next to... No, that's not going to work though. Ah, this is confusing. What about if we had the obsidian pipe here? Would that work? Maybe. Let's try. Oh, now this one. Reach. Or, this could be the idea that works. If we have the obsidian pipe here, is that going to work? Can we power it? Can you tell that I'm unprepared for this? No, it doesn't look like that's working either. Okay, I'm going to figure this out off camera and I'll come back to you guys when
Right guys,
I think I've finally got it now. It took a lot of doing and it was very frustrating. But I'm hoping it's going to be worth it. Oops. I've lost a couple of obsidian pipes into the system. Right, let's explain this. So, imagine the macerator is full, as it is now with cobblestone. Obviously it would be an ore in the actual system. And another type of ore tries to enter the macerator, but it's actually full. So the pipe dumps it on top of the macerator itself as a loose block. So we'll just imagine that actually happening. And as you can see, this obsidian pipe has sucked it back up and back into the system. And the same thing happens here. If the electric furnace is full, the items are dumped. Oh, not quite there. seem to be working. Yeah, and there it's sucked back into the system. Now, before I mentioned that there was a problem with the system, but I've actually fixed it. I didn't explain what it was, but we needed some iron transport pipes here. Now what they do is they restrict the direction that any block can move in. So at the bottom of the pipe here you can see it's a different colour to here. Now these two are the lighter greys. These two lighter greys mean that an item cannot pass through them. So an item that would come out of here has no chance of going in the reverse direction of the circuit. And the same thing happens up there as this pipe here connects back to the main loop. We've got another iron transport pipe there. So I think everything's working now. The only thing I've got left to do is to rid the system of oh, that went in there. Yeah, to rid the system of anything that shouldn't be there, like this obsidian pipe. Let that fall down, I'll pick it up, and we'll replace those. And that's it, the system works, I think, as far as I can tell anyways. I'm sure there'll be little hiccups along the way, but hopefully nothing too major. Right, so we'll go and sleep, and then we're going to connect the quarry up, and then we'll probably wrap the episode up. And off camera between this episode and next, I'll probably wire in the macerator and the electric furnace with glass fibre cables. So we need to make some more of those at some point. So let's go and turn it on and hope that it works. Making no promises, but fingers crossed. Have we got the yeah, we've got the cables there. Good. So we'll head downstairs in the power shack. We'll place this here, and we'll go and see if it worked. Not convinced that it did. We'll see soon enough. No, it doesn't look like it's worked. Alright, possibly what we'll need to do is connect this. Oh, that's strange. Well, if we try connecting it directly to the yeah, if we try connecting it directly to the solar array, we'll see if that works. Maybe it's out of range. Oh yeah, look, that has worked. Ah, I think I know why it is. Could it be that it's the wrong type of voltage? Possibly. That could be the reason. Well, that'll do for now. But unfortunately for us, it's not going to work throughout the night. But that's not a problem. At least we've got it working. And I think what it does now, it builds a framework. After it builds the framework, it's going to start pumping the stuff that it mines up into the system. Hopefully. But I'll do a little bit of reading on that for next episode to see if we need maybe a medium voltage transformer. Although I don't think we should. Oh! Yeah, no, we need a low voltage transformer, of course, because Batbox isn't a low voltage. We need a low voltage transformer. Or an LV. Yeah, I think we need one of those so that we've got high enough voltage to power the quarry. I've got a degree in physics, if you didn't know. I don't think I've told anyone before, but electricity baffles me, so I need to come to grips with it a little bit. You probably don't believe that I've got a degree in physics, but I promise you I have. Okay, so that seems to be working now. So I think this is probably a good time to end the episode. I'm not sure how long it's going to take the quarry to start mining. It would be nice to see if it works, but it could take 10 minutes before it even starts. Let's have a quick look. If we go to the corner, we'll see if it's started building top level yet. No, it doesn't look like it has. Okay, well I'll wait off camera. I'm not recording, and I'll come back to you when we start to mine some stuff up before we end the episode, just to check that the system's working. So I'll see you guys in a second. Alright guys, looks like the quarry's working. So we did everything right. We did actually encroach on the lake a little bit, but you can't really tell from above that there's a quarry here, and it's certainly better than a big square hole in the middle of the land. So yeah, looks like it's working. It took a little while because it had to dig out this entire area. It probably took about 10 minutes to dig out this area, so I would imagine it's going to take a couple of hours anyway to get to bedrock, if it works on that speed, that is. So these are the first few blocks, and before they get there, we might have time to quickly run up and check the sorting system, now that I've actually placed some items in the diamond pipes. Let's quickly go and check. So all of the dirt and the cobblestone should be siphoned straight off into the energy condenser. So the blue pipe, all the gemstones, I've included redstone there. There's probably going to be a few that I've missed, but I'll just extract those from the unsorted chests, which are the green pipe. As you can see, there's nothing there. So anything that's not a gem or an ore, as you can see, the ore comes out of the red. Anything that's not a gem or an ore will go down the green pipe in the unsorted chest, and I'll check those regularly, and if we need to add anything to the sorting system, then we can do it from items in that in those chests. So if I've missed out a certain gemstone, I can come back and add it to the diamond pipe, and next time we get one of those items, it will hopefully be allocated to the correct place. Yep, so we've just made it in time, and now we've got a constant flow of EMC coming our way, and it's completely free. We had to spend a lot of EMC to create this quarry, but now essentially we're getting free EMC back because the solar oh yeah, look, it's working. So it's siphoning off the cobblestone and the gravel passes undetected. Now actually I'm going to break this, and I'm going to grab some gravel, and we can actually filter gravel into the white pipe. Yeah, so like I was saying, this is completely free. The solar panels, the solar array, sorry, is costing us nothing. It's working on sunlight, and it's giving us this constant flow of EMC, and it's admittedly not very high value at the moment, but as we get lower and lower down, this is going to change. So we're going to get a lot more ores and hopefully some gems, and you can see how much how many items we've got already, and the quarry's only on the first layer, and it's only a small way into the first layer. So when this reaches bedrock, we should have a lot of cool new stuff. Now I'm going to leave this running for a good hour. I'm just going to leave the quarry running, I've had to change this area a bit, obviously, as you can tell, because the water was overflowing. So I'm going to wall myself in here so that no mobs can come and attack me. I'm going to leave it for about an hour or so. And then next episode I'll show you what we've actually we've got from the quarry so far. And we'll also hopefully be able to test to see if the sorting system works, because hopefully, yep, it looks like we're going to hit some ore right over there. The only problem with that is that we haven't actually wired in the macerator or the furnace yet. But actually, look, we've got a bit of ore there. I'll probably do that now, and then I'll leave this running for an hour or so. But anyways, I'm going to wrap the episode up there. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's probably been the one of the most productive episodes of the series, and it looks like we're in pretty good standing at the moment. We've got all these new materials coming in, free EMC, yeah, and the whole area upstairs is looking pretty good too. Yeah, we're starting to get quite organised. It's nice. I'm really enjoying playing Tekkit. I hope you guys are enjoying the series too. And if you are, do leave a like, because they do help me a lot. Keeps my motivation up, you know, to make these episodes. And leave a comment if you're enjoying the series. Oh, look, what have we got here? First items. Now these are unsorted at the moment, but I can change that. Well, this episode's dragging out a little bit longer than I was expecting it to. We'll send a call to the valuables, sorry, the gemstone chest. But since it was unsorted at the time, it should appear in the middle row. Let's just check that that's the case. Ah, why is the cobblestone in there? Maybe I actually put that there. I'm not sure. Is it coming? Sorry, this episode is dragging out now. Yeah, I'm sure it works, because I'm pretty sure I connected everything up. Okay, so we'll wrap the episode up there. Like I say, if you've enjoyed the episode, please leave a like or a comment. Thanks for watching yet again, and I'll see you in the next episode, where we'll move on to something different. So I'll see you next time. Bye.